that lays it down, hang around type of frown. No, feet will hit the ground and to wait around equals falling down. Hey! Sinkhole made by the weight of the world. Let him go, let him lay down there as I move on past that boy with the speed of sound. Hey, tell me who's the man, tell me who's the man, takes the strongest stand, tell me, hey. Once again, let's spread the word. Motor turning, grabbing down. We got to hold on tight. Well, now, here we go. Hear the pavement pound as I'm heading out of town while I'm getting steady ground like a dog-eared old bloodhound.
Just going to say his sound is so huge, it seems like it's everywhere and as much coming to him as from him. And he appears to be drawing in the sound while drawing in the listener. A quote from a former manager of our guest that we have on the air, and we're so happy that he joined us. He is under the professional direction of MTS Management Group, Michael Stover, who we've been happy to work with here on the Native Guy Show. And our guest, Jiggley, has that one-of-a-kind sound that I look for in artists, is what his current manager says. His songs will touch you and move you with their beautiful lyrics and melodic songs. And I can tell you what, if you were not listening and hearing that sound, then ain't that all right? Well, that's one of his songs that I was listening to earlier, and what a great sound that we have. What we do know about him is whether alone or a member of various bands in the past, he's written or co-written over 100 songs. His prolific writing earned him 2 nominations and a subsequent win for Songwriter of the Year at the 2013 International Music and Entertainment Association Awards. And I tell you what, we're going to invite our guest, Mr. Jiggley Jones, to our show. Welcome to the show, Jiggley. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Jiggley, let's learn a little bit about you, because, man, that is a great sound. What would you say your sound is? Because I've been trying to figure it out myself. I'm not going to say bluegrass, but folk or not, I'm not sure. What would you describe?
I'm still trying to figure it out too. Actually, my blessing and a curse is that I don't have a specific genre that I'm right in the middle of. I touch on a lot of different things. I was brought up on rock music, so there's that in there, and there's folk, and these days they have a thing called Americana, which is pretty much what I'm being marketed in. I touch a little bit on country, all those things. So it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that. And I was listening to that song, Ain't That All Right, watching your video there on your website. And let's talk about this. Has it been a different ride for you? How did you get into the music industry? As you said, you grew up with different kinds, and like I say, your music is different. It's unique because I like your sound because I was thinking of Bob Dylan a little bit.
That's funny. I've heard that comparison fairly, a lot lately. I'm really shocked by that. That's quite an honor to be, in the same sentence with that guy. I really didn't listen to much Bob Dylan growing up. I did grow up on what they call classic rock, though. That's what my parents always played around the house. So, that kind of 70s, 60s, late 60s,
yeah.
70s kind of songwriter thing is what I'm steeped in, basically. So, anything from Neil Young to the Eagles to Allman Brothers, stuff like that. So, but it's been a long journey for me. I've been, when I was younger, I played in different kinds of bands, even more like aggressive rock bands. I was in one up in New York called Q, but as I got a little older, I sort of went back to my roots and what I grew up on. So, there was a time where I left music for a while. Just I got burnt out and put the guitar down and didn't do anything for a few years. And then my wife talked me into getting back into it. So this project has been around since 2007.
Wow. And it looks like it's been a great journey because it said you produced or made over 100 songs. Have all of them been written out and you've gotten them on album? Because it looks like you've got, 2 albums out now? Is that correct?
Yeah, and no, they all. Some of them are just sitting there collecting dust. They don't really fit into what I'm doing now. Some of them were with other bands over the years, which were different kinds of music and things. So, some of them I brought back and reused. Actually, the song "Walk on Me," which is the single off the new record, was an older song that I redid and brought back. So, they're still sitting there. Maybe I might pick a few things here and there once in a while.
Your album is called A Mountain, a Struggle, a Tunnel, and a Light. And I was looking at that, it's like, wow, that's pretty unique looking CD cover there that you have. What's the inspiration behind that? Because it's pretty. You got a menacing cave there with some icicles or whatever hanging out.
Yeah, it's like two opposite worlds basically. My friend Bob Buzzard, he's the really good photographer, and he had this one black and white photo of this tunnel, which is a real small tunnel, fairly close to where I live, and it was taken during the wintertime, obviously with the icicles and stuff. It was very ominous looking. I always liked that picture. When I thought about doing the record, and I used the word tunnel in the title, I thought of that picture. And obviously, the light at the end of the tunnel is something that you look for. So on the other side of the tunnel, he photoshopped a different picture, which is a picture of the countryside here in Pennsylvania in Lancaster County, where the Amish people are from. It's an Amish farm, and there's actually a double rainbow, but I don't think you can see the upper rainbow, but it's a real picture. And it's just something that you're going through this ominous thing, which represents the difficulties in life, and on the other side is the light. So that's sort of how it's laid out.
Oh, that's pretty neat. That's I like the concept there, and yeah, I can't really see the upper rainbow, but
yeah,
looking at it, that's really neat. So you've been up in Pennsylvania. It looks like you got some shows going up in an area here later on, and do you get to travel around a lot now since your career's been? Is it really taking off now? Would you say, or is it just really hanging in there? It's just starting to move in a different way that you was really starting to make you think differently.
Well, I'd say it moves forward on a daily basis. It as far as taking off, it hasn't gone to the level where everybody knows who I am. That's for sure. But since I've been with Michael, it's like this step ladder that just keeps going up and up, which is the whole plan. Yeah, I do travel a lot. I've been to Nashville numerous times. I recorded down there, did a video down there, played shows at the CMA festivals. Actually, the last 2 of them. I've been to Kentucky, Virginia. I play in New York a lot, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, mostly Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from. But I'll branch out and usually travel as far as I can. I play by myself when I play, so it's just me and the guitar. So it's easy just to throw it in the car and go.
Kind of makes it easier, yeah. So it says you've got some international successes as well. You go over there quite a few. Have you been overseas a little here lately?
I have not. Actually, it's my music itself. It's getting a lot of airplay over there. So, it's a little different over there, and I think in a way that helps me.
That's pretty neat that this thing called internet, it really starts to help your careers now, people's careers nowadays, and I kind of like it too. It allows me to come to talk to different guys like you and artists, like getting to know your manager, emailing him and talking with him. And so let's talk about this new video you have, and it's "Walk on Me" is the new video. Is that correct? And
yes.
So what's it like to make this video? Your inspiration behind it? Because like I say, we'll play that at the end of the show, but. It's a pretty good song. It's a really good song, and it's a unique video. I love it. The concepts you have. Let's walk through this a little bit.
Okay. We filmed that in Nashville back in February. Hit a really bad snowstorm on the way down there. That was surreal, going through Kentucky. So at the end of that, it was really cool. It was a great experience. I'm with an indie label out of Nashville called Le Mans Records, and they have their own video company. I think it's called Elevating Entertainment. They actually do movies and things too. So they pretty much handled the concept of that. I told them what it was about. They came up with the idea, and we sat down the one day and did the video. There's a couple scenes that were shot after I had left. It was a pretty cool experience. It was very high tech as far as the camera and things. Very professional video, but it was a lot of fun.
It looks like it's a lot of fun because I like I say, I've been watching all the different videos you have, and if you guys don't know where his website is, Jiggley, give them your website real quick so people can go and check out some of the things that you have and that you got going on, because I can't do it justice. I could tell you what.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's just JiggleyJones.com, and you can branch out from there. There's all kinds of different things on their videos, iTunes links, Facebook, all the social media links are there, news feeds, it's all there at JiggleyJones.com.
And so when they get to JiggleyJones.com, they got all kind of things that they can look at: his music, the news, the photos. They can. I want to talk about this because I want to talk about the charity work that you do, because it's a great thing.
Yeah, it's Bright Star International it's a nonprofit organization that connects artists with different charities. They're not a charity themselves; they just place the two together. So, if you're someone who has a name that people recognize, then it brings attention to a particular charity. So that's the whole point. I'm with them. I haven't worked with them yet. Maybe they're waiting for me to get a little bigger. I'm not sure, but it's great to be. They let me pick what charities I'd like to be involved with. I picked underprivileged children. I have 3 kids myself. I can't imagine going through a life where you don't have the availability to make yourself to put yourself in a position to get the best out of life. So kids are so innocent, and they're at the control of their environment a lot of times. So that's the thing that really gets me going. Actually, I did an event last weekend which was for children's cancer. That wasn't tied in with Bright Star, but it was a very good event up in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, called Gettysburg Rocks, and there was 180 bands that played all over town throughout the weekend. And all the proceeds went to Hershey Medical Center in their fight against children's cancer. So that was cool.
That is cool. That's great humanitarian things that you get involved there, and because that's a great thing about what you do for children and underprivileged children, because we all need to think about those things, those children like that. Like I say, I've got children. I really, really appreciated that, seeing that on your website. And man, Jiggley, it's pretty neat stuff about what you do and the work you do, and the guitar music. So how long does it take to get your music together? What inspires you the most when you're writing your music?
I do things a little backwards, I think, compared to most songwriters that I know of. I usually work on the music side first. The lyrics always come last. I'll sit down with the guitar and work out some kind of chord progression or something that moves me a little bit, and then I'll record that, and I'll pick up a microphone and I'll sing over top of that. But I won't, basically sing words. I will scat sing is what I call it. So I create a melody, and then I'll put some harmonies in there, and whatever that mood, that comes out of that is what inspires my lyrics usually. So I like to have all that wrapped up, and then I'll sit down with a cup of coffee and a notepad and a pen and start, trying to work lyrics into whatever that melody is creating in my mind. So, a lot of times it's based off of just life itself and how people that listen to the music can actually put their own story into it, that kind of thing.
Glad you said that, because I was watching your video Baby Blue, and I was reading the lyrics on that, and that made me think, wow, that I wonder if that was inspired by one of your children, because that was like I said, that was a really beautiful video, and the concept of it. That's I'm glad you said that about that.
Yeah. It was actually inspired by my son, who was born, he's 3.5 now, so I had two daughters previous to that, and he came out like 7 years later. we have a almost 14-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old, and then the son's 3.5, so we decided to give it one last try to get a boy, and it worked out great, and couldn't change that for the world. He's a really neat kid, and it was him, his birth, that inspired the song. It's not about him, the song. It's just about that whole adventure that goes along with it. It's the most natural thing you ever, and it's the most natural thing you ever be involved with. And it's just, once again, people can put themselves into that story, parents and things like that. So.
Yeah, I agree with you, because like I say, you've got the song lyrics to Baby Blue, and if people are listening in, go to Jiggley Jones there and look at his music and look at the words of Baby Blue. You can tell the feeling that you put into your writing. That's what I see in the passion you have. That's why that one song, Ain't That All Right? That's a great song, I tell you that. That is a great storytelling song there. What was the inspiration for that one?
Well, that's one of the few things I've written that's sort of more specific. It generalizes in a way, but it was more of like a story I had in my mind of a guy who meets a girl out on the town and is introduced to her, and instantly he falls in love with her, and he for some reason thinks that she feels the same way, but she doesn't. She doesn't like him at all. And they just happen to keep running into each other around town, and it's like he thinks it's fate, and she's like, oh no, here he comes again. So she's always trying to, if you could picture him seeing her at the bus stop, and when he finally gets to her, she's gone. She's just a little bit out of his grasp as he goes. But at the end of it, you picture like an outdoor carnival, and she sees him across the way, and he sees her, or she thinks he sees her. He's heading right towards her, like the slow motion. You can picture running across the field and maybe running across past the stage that has Jiggley Jones playing behind him, and then all of a sudden when he gets to the girl, he runs right past her to another girl who's like 15 feet behind her. So, it's just a comedy of sorts, and it's the moral is don't obsess over things that you can't control, and live each day as it goes. And it's the video is sort of done in a fun kind of way, and my kids were involved in that one, and it was a free video. It was done on iMovie on my Mac, so that was interesting. Yeah, it was quite stressful trying to get the kids to do what you want them to do, especially a 3-year-old. So yeah, it was.
I won't disagree with you on that.
Yeah. So.
Well, that is cool.
I was going to say it has a little bit of stop motion stuff going on there with the little Polly dolls and stuff like that. So it was fun.
Yeah, it's fun to be creative and talk about see the different thing. Like I said, I've been getting to do a little bit of listening to your music. That's the funnest thing about this, is getting to listen to other people's music, and man, the feeling. And so let's talk about the feeling you got about Walk On Me. It's up for Adult Contemporary Song of the Year. What does it think when you heard, hey, your song is up for Adult Contemporary of the Year?
That's the one out of the three things I'm nominated for that I really hope that I win, because songs are the whole point for me. The songwriting, like last year I won the Songwriter of the Year. It's all about the song. It's all about that emotion, that side of it. So the other two would be great, if I could win those two. But really, the Song of the Year thing is my favorite. But the song itself, like I said, is an older song that I brought back. I redid it. I slowed it down a bit, changed the key of it, made it more of an acoustic song. And it's just, one of those things that people run across in life where they're in a relationship and they feel that the other person's sort of taking advantage of them. But for some reason they still want to hold on to them. I guess it's sort of like forgiveness in a way. But they're calling the song Haunting. It's sort of, it's not a real happy sounding song, but it's about life. So it's just another one of those things.
It's a great song, like I say. And ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to Jiggley Jones of MTS Management Group. And if you guys do not know, he is up for 3 IMEA awards this year. One for Adult Contemporary Artist of the Year, Contemporary Album of the Year. It's called A Mountain, A Struggle, A Tunnel, and a Light, and Contemporary Song of the Year for Walk On Me. And we've been enjoying our conversation with Jiggley Jones. And Jiggley, we're so glad that you've come to the Native Guy Show and to enlighten us about your music and your work. And again, let's give everybody the website where they can find you, and maybe some upcoming dates where you might be around, where we can come and actually hear you live.
Well, it's jigglyjones.com, and make sure you put the E in there between the L and the Y, because if you don't, you end up at, I think, some woman's Facebook page down in Memphis somewhere. So, Jiggley, jigglyjones.com.
Awesome. And where can they find your album and even purchase it?
Well, once again, jigglyjones.com. There's an iTunes link there. If you want to purchase the physical CD, I usually have them at my shows, or you can go to my record company website and go to the store section. It's right in there, so they'll ship it out to you if you want to buy the physical copy. Lamont Records Nashville. Yeah.
Lamont Records Nashville.
Yeah.
Lamon. Okay. Jiggley, we are going to end our show with Walk On Me. We do enjoy that you've come to our show, and we do hope you have a wonderful day, sir.
Thanks for having me. It was a great time, and I really appreciate it.
Nothing new. Oh, while you walk open arms. That's what I see. Oh, how can this be? What can I do? What can I do when I see you? What can I say? Show them all to make them fall, just like me. Oh, how can this be? What can I do? What can I do when I see you? What can I say?